Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. I've been working on a class for masking, and masking is all about creating depth in a scene out of a single stamp. So in this case, I used a single rose stamp and then individual leaf stamps to create 3 roses where you have the appearance of the center rose being in front of the other roses. And you do that by stamping the front, whatever's in front first, and then putting a mask over the top of it and stamping the rest of it behind. So it's actually relatively easy to do, especially with this stamp set because it has a die, so it's easy to create the mask. So let me show you how it's made. So I've got a piece of just plain white card, 4¼ by 5½, and I'm going to do some stamping on it. And I'm using the Made with Love outline stamp set, and you can see I've got one on the outside, and this is because I cut it out of masking paper, so it's kind of partially sticky, and then you can stamp over the top, and that's why it's got a bunch of different stampings on there, and it's kind of a mess. And I've actually made masks, another one plus some masks for the leaves, and I made these out of Post-it notes. So I used the die set that comes with it, and I just used the dies to cut out of a Post-it note so that the die, I don't know if you can see that this is the top of the Post-it note where there's some partial sticky, and you just cut out of the Post-it note. Now if you're gonna ink over it, I would recommend using an actual masking material so that it's sticky all the way around, because this will work if you're stamping because it's just straight down, but if you're going to push up against it, it's just going to bend, whereas the mask paper kind of sticks to it, so it's a little bit better. So my main flower is going to go right here in the middle, and then I'm going to do at least three rose buds, I think. So we'll start with that. And I've got, I'm going to color it with my inks. So I've just got this waterproof dye ink, and I like the gray as opposed to the black. This is a Spectrum Noir Pebble. And now I'm going to put my mask over the top of that. So I use my die, and you just line it up right over the top of that stamp. And now I can stamp to the side of it, and that one's going to be in the front. And I'm going to put my second flower, it's kind of a bit at an angle here. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp my third flower over here. Now I'm going to use some leaves. Now to put my leaves on, I'm going to use my others, and I actually cut 2 of these. I cut it through, and I'm going to put my mask over the top of that one. And you can see how it pulls up like that. That's why I said if you're going to ink or anything, you want to use a true masking material. And you want to push really well up against that mask. You want to use fairly thin paper so that it doesn't create enough of a lip that you can't get a good impression. Okay, so there's that flower. Get my leaf off, get this flower off, and that mask off. And you can see how I've got leaves coming out from underneath this flower and this flower. So this is the petal from that flower. This one's on top. these leaves are all coming out from underneath there, which is exactly what I wanted. And that's why you use these masks. And it's if you have something that has a die, it's really easy to do because you can use the die to create the mask. Now the one thing, a lot of times the dies will leave a little bit of a border around, and so you have to be careful. So I don't know if you noticed, but I will show you again. When I placed my leaf mask on, I knew I was going to overlap on this side, so I lined up that edge there, and if you can see, it's a little bit over on, raise it up, on this side, but I don't care because that was the only spot that I cared about. And the reason that happens is because the die cuts just on the out, beyond that. If you want it to match perfectly, then you do have to fussy cut it by hand. But I find the dies work fine as long as you're careful. Now, if you are trying to mask all the way around at the same time, it's a lot harder. Then you really do need to fussy cut one to make sure that you get it exactly right. And then I just store my masks right on the packaging with the dies because you can use them over and over again. So, and now I'm going to go ahead and color this. Now, this particular stamp set comes with its own mask, or sort of a reverse mask. So this will cover up everything else except that flower, which makes it a lot easier to color that single flower without getting the ink all over the background and all that. And you've got spots for leaves. So the only difference is this is supposed, these bottom pieces are green and it's, up there. So you got to be a little bit careful there. But for the most part, the package, it comes with a stencil. The stencils are essentially reverse masks to be able to help you ink the flower without inking all around. Now, if you're just using markers, you don't really need this. So I'm going to go ahead and ink my flowers and my leaves, and I'm going to use crimson or rouge and crimson for my flower, and I'm going to use fresh leaf and reindeer moss for my leaves. Now when I pull that off, I've got my nice flower. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. And because these are overlapping, you can take I can take my flower mask, put right on there. Now I can put my stencil, oops, if I get it to stick. Now when I put my stencil on, my inking will affect this flower but not that flower, which is what I want. And then I'm going to leave that on because I'm going to do this side. And I want to, again, color this flower but not that other flower. So now when I take my mask off, let's see, I've got inked those flowers, but not the others, so I'm going to set that to one side. Now I'm going to do my leaves. And in this case, I'm going to bring my flower mask back in. put over the top. Okay, now I'm going to need my second flower mask. Let me peel all my masks off. And we've got this really nicely painted flower. So if you think about these coloring stencils, really all they are negative masks, where you're covering up everything but, what you want, which is the definition of a negative mask. So now I've got this really pretty rose cluster, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a color around the edge because I like to sort of frame my pictures. I'm going to use a larger blending brush. Give me a nice soft color. And I like to do this just because I think it draws the eye in. I know a lot of people like the, just having the crisp white background, and sometimes I do like that, but a lot of times I don't know, it's like that, that starkness of the white is just a little too much for me. And I'm turning the card because then I can keep my ink that's on my glass mat in one spot. It makes it easier to clean up. And you can pull that ink right off your glass mat to add color to it. See, I think it looks so much prettier when you add that nice vignette of color to it. So I really like that. I think I'm just going to stamp right on that background. Now I can put that right on my card blank. And there we go. We're all done. And you can see how using those masks really lets you create the appearance of things being behind other things, even when you've got single stamps. So you can create a scene out of a single stamp. So, thanks for watching.